Well, thank you for staying with us. And of course, after that look at the price of commodities right across the country to bring you up to speed on the price of green peas in the pod, we can now come to a discussion segment. And today in studio, we have Redemptor Mary. She is the Director of Special Programs at Kitui County. And of course, is here to lend her insights into the power of collaboration and the difference it can make across agriculture value systems and, of course, create resilience in that space. Karibu sana. Now, we have watched many different stories focusing on different parts of the value chain right across Kenya. You've seen situations where farmers are being upskilled. You've seen situations where farmers are talking about the market prices, opportunities for jobs and that sort of thing. Different actors working together in the agriculture space. Why do you think that is important?
I would start by saying that it is important when partners come together to work, because for one, there will be impactful output. We'll have when they put the synergy, and we'll also be able to avoid duplication, because in essence, where we serve the same people. When one partner or partner A is doing something which partner B is doing, we are bound to have duplication of interventions, and so it is important that partners come together and plan together, and then the output will be more.
So essentially what you're saying is that if people are able to sort of bring their heads together when considering the areas that they want to have impact on, talk about best practice, talk about implementation, talk about basically every aspect of these projects, then the impact will be bigger.
Yes.
So why hasn't that approach been the case before?
I think most people or most organizations work independently. The national government would have its interventions. The county governments also would have its independent interventions. Then the non-governmental organizations too. So it's a new thing that we are having joint work planning. It's a new aspect in our country, that partners are able to come together and think together, plan together, co-create, design, co-fund. And yeah, it's new. Initially, people were just working independently. So
well, we have to go to a break soon. But before we go, I want you to talk to us about the sort of impact, the change you've been able to see in Kitui County as a result of taking this approach. Do you think there has been any difference? Do you see any difference in the impact?
Yes. We have had huge projects that if it were to be done by county government alone, they would not have been achieved. But through partnerships, we are able to have huge investments. Like I'll give an example of the oxygen plant in Mwingi, which was USAID funded in collaboration with the county government and AMREF. So when partners come together, the impact or the huge projects are able to be achieved. We also have situations where the national government and county governments are coming together to fund huge projects. Yes.
Let's talk about the things which many counties are sort of known for. You have, we can say that they are actually the advantage that these counties have over others, so that it's a comparative advantage either in manufacturing, in production, in resources. Some have, like Kitui has mangoes, for example. We've heard that Embu has minerals that they're starting to figure out. Kilifi, blue economy, coconuts, pineapples, those sorts of things. When it comes to initiatives around creating value systems, modern systems to get this to the market and to get farmers money into their pockets, do you think this approach can have results?
Yes, this approach will have a huge result when we network and leverage on the technical support or technical expertise that different people have. We'll be able to achieve. So, for example, when we have a partner, resources can never be enough. When you have a partner A coming up with the funds to do like solar dryers for the mangoes, for example, and then the county government or wherever, if it's in the national government, come up with the technical people to man and even to train the community on using this, we'll be able to achieve. Yes.
But as we know, human beings are very difficult to change. Especially for people who've been used to working one way or the other. And then there's bureaucracy itself, people who come to work to go through the motions of getting things done, sometimes for months at a time. How do you deal with the culture change that needs to come with this so that it actually starts to work?
Peter, we need to do a lot of sensitization to people so that they can have some mindset, because it's from our minds that we'll be able to change from our previous ways and be able to adopt new ways of doing things. So I think it will start with sensitization and maybe capacity building on the community so that we can change our mindsets.
Yes. Well, on that note, I want us to go to that short commercial break. But on the other side, we'll start to get really deep into this conversation, talk about specific examples, and of course see what the impact has been with this collaborative approach as opposed to the usual way of doing things. So don't go away, stay with us. We'll be back in just a couple of minutes.
Ungalima ardhi, mlango wa kulima kuwa mshindi.